Welcome to Black Gumbo. We're going to pot some tomatoes today. Let's go. When gardening tomatoes, you got to consider in pots that tomatoes are really popular. A lot of people have a lot of opinions about them, but for the most part, they're really easy. Tomatoes have a dense root system. You should really only have one plant per pot. You should use a pot that's like 5-gallon minimum. I use 5-gallon buckets, literal 5-gallon buckets. You can see them back there. And I reuse them year by year. Good drainage, good organic material in the soil is a must. So your potting mix could be any kind of garden potting mix that you buy at the store. I like to make my own. You don't want to just go buy topsoil or dirt. And we got a lot of clay around here, hence the name Black Gumbo. We have Black Gumbo clay. And if you just plant that, you're going to kill your plant. So something loose, something with a lot of organic material that's going to save or retain moisture. And that's about all you need to know. As for fertilizing, you got to feed these plants. I feed mine on a 3 to 4 week rotation. Some people do it a little earlier. I have in the past used chemical fertilizers. I've in the past used fish emulsion. I've used organic fertilizers, but whatever you choose to use, just know that your plants need a lot of nitrogen up front to grow and to put out a lot of leaves. And then people will tell you all kinds of different things once you start setting blossoms and setting blooms. So you want a fertilizer that provides nutrition to your plant, and you want to put it on in a regular fashion, because in a container what's going to happen is the plant's going to use what it needs, and then as you water and as it rains, what's left in there is going to leach out. It's going to drain right out those drain holes you put in your bucket, and you're going to need to replenish that. With tomatoes and peppers especially, you can get a condition. It's not a disease, it's a condition actually, called blossom end rot. Blossom end rot means that the plant's not taking in enough calcium. There could be a number of reasons for this, but you can help your plants not get blossom end rot by adding calcium to your soil. I use garden lime, which is a product that is readily available. It is easy to put in your soil. You just mix it in. I put about a handful, about I don't know in ounces. I just do like a handful, like a 3/4 of a cup. And now I do like to put a little bit of mulch down in the bottom, and it just helps the water drain in the soil, not clog up those holes as much. And you know, you don't have to, but it seems to work out a little bit better that way for me. At least I believe it does. And after all, if I believe it works okay, it makes me feel good. So just about 1 inch of mulch or something down in there. So what I'm going to put in here is my potting mixture. That's a pretty healthy plant. You want to take these lowest stems and pinch them off. And then you want to plant your tomato plant about right up to there, to the just below those lowest stems. And I'm gonna need some more soil and borrow some from here. And that's all there is to it. Now I will mulch on this. I'll put some leaf mulch on this, and the mulch will help stabilize the temperatures. It's going to fluctuate, especially during our hot summers. But a white bucket reflects the sunlight. A layer of mulch keeps the surface of the soil from crisping up and drying out too much. And though the temperatures day to night are going to fluctuate, with mulch you've got a mat of insulation on the top, and it helps to keep that fluctuation minimized. It also protects your plant from keeps your water mostly in there. It doesn't evaporate as quickly, so it keeps the soil moist, and it suppresses weeds, and it's just a wonderful stuff to have. So always mulch your container plants, and does you well. All right, so a stem like this, I want to take it off. I'm a little bit I don't want to pinch it. It's a little too thick to pinch, so I'm going to use my knife, and I'm just going to trim this whole part of that plant off. Just like that. It's kind of sad, huh? It looks savage, but it's in the plant's best interest. Now here's a situation where we have a tall and leggy plant. This is a tall one. If I stick it in there like that, the wind's going to flop it around. So I'm going to bury it deeper, probably up to about right here. Get in there as deep as I can in this soft garden stuff. And that's going to vine out and give a ongoing harvest. They say that this particular variety produces a lot and for a long time. We'll see. As for mulch, I've got these leaves, and I like to put them in there pretty heavy. At this early stage, I don't really worry too much if my plant has its leaves directly on the mulch. This plant's going to grow up a little more. After a week, once it gets settled in here, I'll come back and I'll prune everything up. But I want it just to get settled into the pot now. And I'll put mulch on pretty heavily because I'm a believer in it. And that's that. Good girl. I'm gonna water my tomatoes in with this fish emulsion. And I gotta watch out because Phoebe likes this stuff. Just put a couple tablespoons in there. No, this is not for you. A couple tablespoons in there. Mix it up and put it on our plants. No. Now I'm going to water this one in real good because it came from the store rather dry and needs a little dose of life right here. It's still a little cool out this spring, but man, working in the garden gets you sweat no matter what. Yeah, so we've potted up tomatoes today, and that's how I do it. Thanks for joining us on Black Gumbo today. Thanks for watching our videos. Please subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already. Join us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. You can find us on social media just by searching Black Gumbo Southern Gardening. Very grateful that you stopped by. You have a nice day. Bye-bye.